Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. I thought we would start today with an update to my Forsythia. It is now in full bloom, so let's take a close-up look. Here is a look at the Forsythia. All the flowers are open now. It's looking really beautiful. You can see on the branches, you can see all the buds where the leaves will come out. So that's the next stage. The flowers will fade and the leaves will come out and it'll turn green for the rest of the year. I also want to show you my jade that's in flower. It's pretty well been in flower for the entire winter, so I'll bring it up from the basement and show you what it looks like. Here's a look at my jade in flower. And really beautiful flowers on it. I'll show you a close-up of them. Here they are, pinks. I don't think they smell. No, they don't smell any, but they sure look beautiful. Yeah. Nice to see the jade in flower. This jade is quite an old jade. I got it from Hong probably 20 years ago as a little tree. It hasn't gotten a whole lot bigger. And it flowers pretty well every year. I leave the trees in the poly house until it goes down to close to freezing. So they stay out in the poly house like quite late in the fall. And then I bring them down to the cool basement where it's also, cool, and then they tend to flower. I think the natural light cycle, the diminishing daylight hours, the cooler temperature, I think that's what stimulates them to flower. So yeah, and maybe the age of the tree has something to do with it too, because this is quite an old one. So that is my jade in flower. Here is an update to my field maple forest that I planted 3 days ago at the KW Bonsai Society Club meeting. So I noticed after I planted the trees at the meeting, I could see in the video that all the leaves were drooping. And now you can see they've all perked up. I don't see any tree that has drooping leaves on it anymore. So that's kind of exciting. It shows they're beginning the recovery process, and eventually they'll start growing, and yeah, it should look pretty cool this summer. Here is a look at my dwarf Alberta spruce that I got from Matt. I mentioned that I was going to repot it, and then I decided I better not, because I just repotted it last year. I'm going to leave it another year in this pot. The pot is intact. It just doesn't look very good. But I think it'll do for growing it out this summer. You can see the new shoots are elongating, and they're almost ready for pinching. Like this one I probably could pinch, but a lot of them are just starting to come out, so it's still a little early. So I think in about, it depends on the weather, but probably a week, maybe less, I'll need to pinch this. So I'll show you what I do for that. So here on this shoot, you can see it's elongating. So I just come in and I grab it by the base, and you just pluck out the top like that. The plucking out of the ends of the shoots, what it does is it stops the shoot elongating, and all that stored energy that was in the tree that was going to elongate the branches is now stopped. So that energy has to go somewhere. So what it does is it generates back buds on the tree. So pinching the growing tips like this in early spring is a good way to get back buds further down your branches later on in the spring. It's also important on these spruce to manage the density of foliage, so it doesn't have more shoots at the top of the tree than it does down lower. So you kind of want an even distribution of foliage so the top doesn't get too thick and the bottom too thin. An interesting question came up in the chat of my last video. Andy from Bonsai Crazy was asking how many bonsai forests do I have on the go, and I kind of guessed, well, maybe 6 or 7. That's what I was thinking. And then he said, oh, I don't think so. I think you have closer to maybe 20 forests. And I thought, well, I better count them in this video. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's start in the greenhouse here. So here is my field maple forest. That's definitely one. I just created that. Over here is my giant sequoia forest. That makes 2. Further down the line here is my VW Penjing, which is kind of a forest planting. That makes 3. And then over here I have my London plane tree forest. That makes 5. So I'm up to 5 already in just one half of the greenhouse. Down below I have my boxwood forest, but I don't know if I'd count this as a forest yet because it's not in a real pot and it's not really arranged as a forest. It's just a future forest, so maybe let's say 6. Down here I have my Osage orange forest, so that is 7. Up top here I have my red maple forest, that's 8. And I have like a lot of these thuja seedlings growing in this pot here, but I wouldn't call that a forest, so I think we're still at 8. 8 for the greenhouse. Let's head to the polyhouse now. Well, before we get to the polyhouse, outside here is number 9, a thuja forest with a Jurassic Park Jeep in it. Now in the polyhouse, so we're up to 9 forests so far. So here we go. We got the large forest, that's 10. Thuja forest, that's 11. Northern bog forest, that's 12. Any more in here? I wouldn't count the Siberian elms as a forest, maybe. Well, I guess you could. We'll count them 13 because it will be a future forest. It's just not really arranged yet. So 13, that's 13. So next let's head down into the basement, into the cool cellar, and check how many forests are down there. Okay, down we go. So I was at 13. The Port Eulicaria Afro forest, that's definitely 14. The acacia, it's a forest, but it's not really in a good pot yet, but 15. Jade forest, 16. I'm not going to count my desert rose forest because most of them died. Here's another one. 16. So I had 16, I think so. Another jade forest. I won't count the aloe forest. That's not really a forest. Maybe this clump of jades. I wouldn't call that a forest either. It's more a clump. So I think I was at 16. I think that's 16. So let's head upstairs now into the plant room and see what's up there. Into the plant room now. So 17, my yucca forest down there. 18, my rubber tree forest. 19, my Norfolk Island pine forest. Some of these I wouldn't call forests. I think that's it. 19. I mean, you could call the Schefflera a forest, but it's more of a banyan-style tree, not a forest. I think that's about it. Yeah, the true forests. Yeah, so we're at 19. That's a pretty good number. I'd say Andy was pretty close in his estimation. Outside today, it is very warm today. Kind of a high of around 17 degrees Celsius. Foggy. Yeah, it's a kind of unusual day. It's only been this one day it's warmed up like this. And then tomorrow it starts dropping again back to just above freezing. And you can see there's still some remnants of snow on the ground here. It just does not want to go away. Yeah, so soon the bonsai benches back here will get filled up again. Yeah, and summer will hit us. My next big project is repotting the larch forest. So I'm going to begin that tomorrow morning, where I'll have the whole day to work on the larch forest, and I should be able to get it completed in the one day. Today I had stuff to do in the morning, and I just couldn't get out here in the greenhouse until quite late in the afternoon, so I didn't want to start it and then having to, stop and wait for tomorrow. And I want to concentrate and do it all in one day if I can. So I just gave you some updates for today, and that's it. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.